Alright, like, I just did everything you wanted me to do. Why am I still here? Why is there, like, a different beat on? I need you to tell people the story. Not about you this time, you already told people about yourself. Now tell people about someone else. Make people think, make people truly think about their lives. Make people think about their lives? Yeah, you'll understand what I mean. Alright, whatever you say. Yo, she's only 16, can barely understand this world around her, hoping one day she might hold a man. Her life is in her hands, so she can do whatever. She's just focusing on school, she's got her shit together. They call her Sarah, she wishes she had a different name. No one finds her interesting, they just call her lame. All the hatred and aggression bottled in her brain. She's just nobody and she's trying to escape the rain. She admires fame, but could never believe that someone might be noticing her for something they see. And school's the only place where she really just felt free. She was staring at this kid and she thought she was stealthy. What catches his attention, a mention of fucking eyes. He walks up to this girl and says, I'm nothing like the other guys. He's known as popular and into all the drinking, and attracted as she was, she just stood there and started thinking. All she wanted is to feel a little danger. She decides that she might find it in the arms of a stranger. Although unlikely, she feels that she found the dream guy, but she's hoping that it isn't all a fucking lie. He asks her if she's okay, and then she answers yes. He tries to make her smile by saying that she looks her best. Her face is turning red as he decides to pop the question. He thought he had to have a girl to deal with his depression. Do you wanna get some pizza, maybe just a burger? She was so nervous that she wasn't speaking any further. He said I'll take that as a yes, and then gave her his number. He said his name is Tyler, as she sat and said in wonder. All she uttered was okay, and he said see you later, and she walked away, and that's when he knew he was gonna date her. Before she knew it, she had everything that she could want. So-called friends, new car and jewelry she could flaunt. She was the center of attention for the first time. She felt the pressures when she was offered the first line, but accepted cause she had already been token. She says it's hard not to try it with all your friends smoking. So she rolls up a 20 like someone that explained, and she blew it right up in the fucking brain. She was crazy, she felt so good, it was insane. She never knew that she was walking down the wrong lane. Tyler tells her take it easy cause this shit's addicting. Baby, I hope you never feel the pain it is inflicting, cause I've been stuck on this shit for almost a year now. It's like I can't control it, all I feel is fear now. But she thinks she can control it, so she starts to blow it daily. Her mind is crazy, that's when people start to call her shady. They're trying to quit, but this shit is just like a curse, following you like a dark cloud till you hit the hearse. This shit hurts and Nosfera won't go to church, cause she feels as if she thinks about death, it don't make it worse. She's losing interest in classes like math and business. Grades are plummeting, teachers are giving her piles of work to finish. Her friends think she's a menace, cause Sarah's just not the same. Her and Tyler only think about the powder flow into the brain. They dropped out of school and started trying to sell it, but Sarah, she was selfish, she was always trying to smell it. Now they're in debt, so she makes Tyler take a beating. Sitting there shaking and sweating cause she's fiending. She looks through her dealers and chooses a friend Steven. She tells him that she's running to see him and then leaving. She hangs up the phone and she's already in the car, and there's no room inside his house, so she just pulls into a bar. Sarah got out of the car and then she started walking. She saw people she knew, but of course they avoided talking. Feeling her with sadness, she really just felt hurt. When she walked into his house, she started taking off her shirt. She wasn't thinking, just poor in need of a fixin'. She tells him that she's broke, the joke, the words missing. He knew what she wanted, ran up and then started kissing. She went to sleep so down, but she knew that he wouldn't listen. He took her virginity, now it was fucking gone. Nothing about the shit was romantic, it was so wrong. He threw a bag at her and he spit in her fucking face. He said you sold yourself for powder, you're a disgrace. He carried her out of his house and threw her on the ground, and he said Sarah, get out and never come back around. The look she gave him, it made him feel like he should regret, but he knew she was a fuck up, there was no respect. She made her way towards the car, she's bawling her eyes out. She feels like she should confess and let all the lies out. She rides out, just trying to figure the time out. Still feeling, she decides to pour a line out. It calms her down and she notices that it's almost 5. She calls Tyler, says the two of them should take a drive. He says why, and she says she's got some shit on her mind. He said my parents are gonna come over, she said fine, I'll be there in a bit, I'm already in the car. Thoughts racing, she knew Tyler didn't live far. She just wanted to see him to feel better, for him to say he loves her while spelling out every letter. Say he's glad he met her and loves the fact that together, saying always and forever in any place and any weather. She pulls up to his house, he's already at the front door. Now she's thinking about cocaine and how she wants more. She takes a little sniff of coke and pulls the rest out, scared to look him in the eyes as she steps out. She can tell that Tyler's stressed out, so she starts running. As soon as they come in contact, they start hugging. All of a sudden he's shoving Sarah into the house. She tries to run and then Tyler just hits her in the mouth. She starts bleeding as he's screaming, "You fuck Steven, cheating for some coke, now I don't know what to believe in. I know Steven, bitch, I used to be my old guy." He reaches down and puts his hand on her fucking thigh. She's screaming no as he's reaching for her buttons, and Sarah's looking for something to hit him with, but there's nothing. Steven's grin is evil as he pulls down her sweatpants, and Sarah's screaming and begging him for her last chance. He knocks some teeth out of her mouth and grabs her by the hair. Sarah's shaking and bleeding and she can only stare. She's filled with fear, fucking traumatized, as he unbuttons his pants and looks right into her eyes. He starts to rape her, the only thing she can do is cry. She keeps screaming and wishing that she would fucking die. When he was finished, she grabbed Sarah by her long hair and threw her out of the door, said you don't belong here. Sarah's puking, she can't believe what just happened. Thoughts are rapid and all of her depression is just attacking. She gets up from the ground and her pants are half pulled down. She pulls them up and then looks to see if someone's around. Tyler's standing there, he says, "Everyone will hate you. You're a liar, a cheater, I can't relate to." So she looks away and she decides that she should go home. All she can think of is the fact that she is alone. All her friends, they say that she's living her life wrong. Her parents don't hate it, they hate the fact that the trust is gone. But she really thinks the world doesn't accept her, and she really thinks heaven's gonna reject her. She has nothing, not even one thing to live for. She feels the fiend for drugs and can't even get more. The depression, the music and sad is peaking. It was so overwhelming that she knew it would never sleep. She's thinking, should this be the last day of her last week? As she turns around and sees a rope laying on the back seat.
That was perfect. You're good at this.
Now what the hell else do you want me to do?
You need to write 2 more parts. You need to write Tyler's point of view, Steven's point of view, so people can actually get the whole story.
Oh, Jesus. Whatever you say.